So now, what we'll do is we are trying to add CSS with this external file. This is the external file we added from CD and JS. Here, while trying to add CSS for this one, like a title caps, like that, we are trying to update something from SLDS tags, but it is not replicating there. If you see here, SLDS caps means like if you go to this Chrome and SLDS Salesforce Lighting Design System as it is here. So in this, I went to text, I applied this one, SLDS text title caps. It means like whatever the title, like whatever the text present here, it should be converted in the form of capital letters. Like this, it should give an output. But that is not happening in this. So if you look at the first line, this should have a top border. This is the title. This title should become as the capital case letters, but it is not happening. I have to see like what is the error. For that, you have to inspect the page. So to inspect the page, you can right click on your page and click on inspect, or shortcut will be Control Shift I. Okay, in your system, you can type that keyword so that you'll get that thing. So if you go to console, after inspecting it, you can see fail to find a valid digest in integrity attribute. So because of this integrity attribute, as this integrity attribute is not matching, like this is the integrity attribute value, it is not matching. That's why it is blocking the external CSS or cloud-based CSS, third-party CSS library. It is blocking this one. Now, to avoid this problem, as integrity is not a required parameter in this CSS link, I'll remove that parameter now. In this, that integrity parameter is not required. That's why I'm trying to remove this parameter, integrity parameter in this. Okay, remove this. I'm selecting this one. Just right, till here only we have to remove this one. Now I'm saving this one. Once you save this, and if you go to your code, now you can see this page color got changed completely, and you can see this text got changed to capital case. Okay, so now if you inspect this one as well, there won't be any errors. If you go to console, there is no errors. It means this is applying now. So like this, whenever you want to apply a CSS from third-party libraries, what you can do is simply go to CDNJS. This is the CDNJS. In this, type lightning. If you type lightning, you'll get this design system. So from here, you'll get a copy link tag. You can copy this and you can keep it in a head tag. After that, if whatever the to apply the stylings, what you can do is you can go to Salesforce Lighting Design System. Under the Lightning Design System, you'll be having utilities. Under utilities, whatever the thing you have to do, whatever the styling you have to give, for whatever the thing you have to give, you can go to that specific section. So let's suppose if you want to give a scrollable icons, like a vertical scroll bar or horizontal scroll bar kind of thing, you can go to scrollable. So here you can see the structure for everything. So as you no need to write external CSS for this. Directly, you can take help of SLDS scrollable. As this class, like the CSS class, which is available in cloud, whenever you load the page, the CSS will be applied for your text. So similar, like if you want to see this behavior, what you can do is directly you can copy this. As I am looking at this complete code, I'm copying this code simply, and I'm pasting it in our block. Let's suppose in the body, I can at top of this, I'm keeping this portion of the code. You can see like in this directly I'm applying this class SLDS scrollable, and for the height I am specifying parameter and width I am specifying parameter. Okay, and similarly here I'm taking SLDS text long form. This is also a SLDS class. Okay, you can see this is coming. You can see. So the color is coming aqua. Why means in this, like for the external CSS, we have given that color. If you remember that, like let's suppose if we go to this, I'm changing this aqua to other color as it is not looking that much beautiful here. I'll keep text color like red. Okay, like royal blue. Let's suppose if you give royal blue, and I'm saving this one. Now I'm navigating to the page. Now it's looking somewhat better. You can see now I'm closing the inspect so that it will come up in a complete page. Okay, you can see like whatever the things available there, by because of that it is giving horizontal and vertical scroll bar. Like that, we can apply different styling from SLDS. This will use day-to-day life in LWC. Don't worry about this. Like if you want to explore this one, you can navigate to this one and you can see. Whereas, like if you are not comfortable as of now, we'll see it in upcoming sessions. Okay, like in the everyday, we'll use that one while learning LWC from scratch. Okay, so this is about the thing. The next thing is we'll be having box model. LWC box model will be having, sorry, CSS. Like in a CSS, we'll be having CSS box model. It's a very, very important concept coming to interview perspective as well. So now I'm going to CSS box model and I'm going to this W3 schools one to make you understand this one. So coming to the box model, the importance of the box model is coming to the styling perspective, which thing comes after which one. Okay, let's suppose for the content, like line by line, for the different lines, if you want to keep some gap, how we can set up that thing. So for that, like you have to give a padding. So after the padding, border will comes. After the border, margin will come. So coming to the content, let's suppose we'll do this so that you'll understand much clearly. We'll implement it practically so that you'll understand. So coming to the box model, coming to the priority wise, you can remember like content means text, whatever we specify in the tags. After that, so we'll be having different tags. Like we'll see now, like what I'll do is I'll keep this complete thing in the comments. So if you want to keep complete thing in a comment, so you can do this one, control backspace by selecting the complete thing, and I'm saving this one. Coming to this thing also, like I'll keep this complete thing in a comment. Okay. First, I kept everything in comment now. Now we'll see the box model and how it will work. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll create one div tag. Hey, if I div one. Similarly, like I'll create one more div here. Okay. So another div. Okay. Div two. Let's suppose like this will be having two div tags. Okay. So for this div tags, now what I'll do is I'll specify different properties. So to specify the properties, I'll define one class here for this. So class equals to, let's suppose I'll say, yeah, class name simply I'm giving single character. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll give styling like prior to this, we'll see the page. Okay. So here, this is the page. Okay. Refreshing this. So yeah, it's coming like this only. Perfect. Now I'll minimize both the pages so that it will be much comfortable to us. Sorry. Perfect. It is coming perfectly fine. Chalo. So we'll minimize this one as well so that yeah, everything is coming perfect. Beside like each one is coming side by side. Now what I'll do is for this I'll give like a CSS. So our class name is dot yeah. So for this, like we have to specify all these properties. What are those properties? So like a content means text, as by default it will be there. Now I'll add some padding. Now I'll try to add. So like a prior to padding, I'll add border and we'll see how it will behave. Border. Okay. So coming to the border, we'll see how it will behave and everything. Okay. So how much border will give like a border parameter like a Yeah, 2 pixel solid border I'll keep. We'll see how it will be here. 2 pixel solid red border I'll keep. Okay, we'll see how it will be here. You can see like 2 pixel solid border is coming. Now what I want to do is like coming to this border and text, I have to give some gap. Like I have to give some spacing between content and border. So to give that, we have to specify margin. Okay, we have to take help of padding, right? Like if you see this structure, you'll understand. So what we can do if you want to give the gap between content and border, we have to give padding. So padding will create a space between border and content. Now what I'll do is I'll take help of padding attribute. So padding. So I'll give 10 pixel padding. You can see if you go to this page, you can see inside this, you can see some space is changing. Let's suppose if I increase this padding to 15, or let's suppose if we increase to 30, and if you save this one, you can see this padding is increasing. Let's suppose if we want to give padding at the bottom only, if you don't want to give padding on the top, if you want to give padding only at the bottom, you can take help of padding bottom. You can see if you select this one and if you see, you can see now the padding is coming at the bottom only. Okay. The next will be having after the padding, like if you see the box model, will be like now if you want to give spacing outside of the border. So you can see inside will be having content. On top of the content, if you want to give spacing, we want to take help of padding. After the padding, we'll get a border. Like if you use a border anywhere, like it will be come up. After the border, like let's suppose we'll be having these two divs, right? Div 1 and div 2. So I have to give space between this div 1 to div 2. To give that spacing, we have to take help of margin. Okay. So coming to the margin, now I have to take help of margin. Coming to this margin, I'll keep 10 pixel margin. Yeah, now I'm saving this one. You can see coming to this one and this one, now some extra space got created. And coming to this one, if you remove this one, if you see, Control X I'll do and Control S I'll do, you can see by default, this hey, hi, I am div1, it is touching to the top line. But whenever you add margin, so like it is creating margin outside this border. Okay. So this is a very easy concept and it's a very, very important concept for the order. Okay. Now let's suppose if you apply this class A for this HTML as well, the first one, that's the second one, this one. This this class. I'm saving this one. Oh, sorry, extra space. You can see. So you have to understand the box model structure of CSS. So the first priority will be given to the content. Once again, I'm repeating. After the content, if you want to give spacing between border and content, we have to take help of padding. After the padding, the border will comes into the picture. After the boarding, outside of the content, outside of the border, if you want to keep some space, we have to take help of margin. Okay, this much CSS is more than enough for LWC. And if you want to explore much, you can go through like W3 schools or MD and docs so that you'll get to know more stuff on this. Okay, like as it is W3 schools, here you'll get to know everything. And here also you can find a lot of examples. So if you see, you can see some example for this one for div tag. If you want to execute this one, simply you can click on try to execute this one so that you'll get an example. You can see that complete structure will be come up here. Like this, you can understand by running this thing and by changing the code also you can do. Okay, this is about CSS. In the next session, briefly we'll discuss about JavaScript. Like we'll start JavaScript. After covering all the basics of JavaScript, we'll see like how to integrate Salesforce with the VS Code and how to create a basic LWC component and everything we'll see in an upcoming sessions. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping today.